Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tater Trader back again for a weekly slash monthly review for the month of September. If there's three days in the week from that month, I'll just claim it as that month. So that's why I claim this week as September. So, account is back up to 45K net lick because the market came up a little bit. Um, I'm using 50% of my buying power. I actually was using way less than this. At one point, I was using like 11,000 buying power this week, and that was even before, the news about the president came out, and based on Friday, I said I would put on a little bit more risk because, um, I didn't expect him going to the hospital, but the second the market closed, we find out he's going to the hospital, so Monday's going to be a down day. I'd have rather this news would have came out during the day and I wouldn't have put on any more trades. But again, you can't predict these things, you can only control them. So, that, as I said, that is that right there, right? My account is in the same place. Even though I've made money, it seems like my account is not moving because I'm down on stocks. So yeah, so that's that. So let's get to the trades from this week. Right now, I literally feel like I make a step forward in the forward direction, but then there's something new, and I instantly make a step back. So I have to go fix this new thing, and it's like I feel like I'm just trapped in the same place where the market just creates something new every week that it's a challenge and it's an automatic fail for me. Like I can't meet this challenge the first time. But I got it drilled down, and this is what it came down to. So a lot of what I talk about this week in this video is going to be, towards that and the new challenge of what the market persists. All right, so we'll go along with these trades. If there's something to highlight, good or bad about it, I'll let you know. Otherwise, from that, I'll just tell you I put the trade on and make the money. So pen, right? We had one of these and I wanted three. Remember I said last week I thought I had two, but I only had one. So Monday, I pulled it off. It was worth $17, right? And we put it on for 110, so net 92. So this trade right here, right? Because I made this money Monday, right? So Monday I pulled this off and I already got my money. So I sold the 62, but then I turned around and sold the 68 for the next week, right? So this actually should be October 9th. So I sold the 68 for the next week, and then the market came down on me. Nothing really, there's nothing wrong with the trade. The market just came back on me, right? So I needed to wait until Thursday to roll it. I just rolled it for no reason, right? And rolling is good and it's bad. It's good and it's not really bad, but I need to understand the concept more of roll, and that's what I said is my step back is I never fully like practice rolling and understanding that hey, once you roll, you kind of gave up the profits for this week and accept them next week unless the stock goes up like crazy, right? That's really what I'm looking at there. So this was a 68, right? And I rolled it to the next week because the stock dropped from 70. It dropped from like 74 to 70, right? So it's not even close to my 68. And I rolled it on Monday, right? There's still 4 days left. So, to correct that, there's a new rule. Do not roll options until Thursday unless I have assessed news and I feel the stock is gonna go down more, and I will either A, take the loss, or B, roll it. But I am not rolling on a Monday or Tuesday anymore because that's what caused that. Because everything just went back up the next day, and I'd already netted my $200. So anyway, I rolled it, and the market had some bad news about stimulus. So I pulled it off, made $22, and I was saying to the guys in my that I trade with that hey, I'm looking to re-enter pen, if we ever get good news again, right? So that was that. So next is Shrill. This was a play just based on there was a lot of IV in the stock, and I knew once they merge, IV would go away. But at the same time, I wasn't willing to risk any more money in there than what I have in there. So I just didn't put any more in there. I just put one contract, and that was off on Monday. Beyond I took these contracts off on Monday again, right? This Beyond one, I just, I just bitched out. I'm not gonna hide it. It wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. It went against me, and yeah, that's what happened there. I'm not gonna hide that shit. I just bitched out. I said $70 loss is I won't say it's nothing to me, but I know I can make that shit back, right? So I just call that wash sales because I'm mark to market, so that's nothing on the side. Win, remember I had to win 6650 puts. While we're at it, I want to thank Win for my PS5. Couldn't have made it without Win, so I want to thank Win for my PS5 because Win came through. Yeah, so these were off on Monday, right? So that was pretty good. Um, I sold the 71, and this was just a pump fake, man. Like this was sitting there from Monday, and I can't get this $100 all the way till Friday. Still can't get the $100 from this, so I was just so frustrated. And then Friday we had that big gap down because of the president, and I'm just not liking a bunch of stuff. So I just pulled it off, and then as soon as I pull it off, the stock just goes up, and I'm just like furious. But one of the things that kind of made me pull it off was I had puts for next week, so I was kind of heavy into win, and I was just like, I feel the market was gonna tank at some point, so I was just kind of not feeling it. All right, next we go down Etsy. This is a good trade. My management is a B because one, I was supposed to have two contracts instead of three, and then Monday I saw I was up, and I was just like 300 out of four. It was like 480 maybe, and I was just like, I'll just take the $300. It was what I wanted as baseline, but it was the first day. Maybe I should have given it some more time, but it is what it is. So I went up, right? So after I sold that 112, I actually went up. So this is why I said like it wasn't the best because I could have held that longer, but instead I went up on this one and I made another 50 cents out of the dollar, so I made another $100 there. This Peloton put I had there, this was just these were all taken off on Monday. This was taken off on Monday again, another $100. I had two Chewy contracts. I took these off the same day because I said I wasn't gonna hold them overnight since it gave me so much money. That was there, so this was on Monday again. Then Tuesday I put this one on with four of them because I felt this good. So this was a next week trade, right? And I felt pretty good about it. And I was already up 180, and the market was looking weak, and I was just like, not gonna hold this overnight, just based on the way the market was kind of shot on Wednesday when the news, about the stimulus not coming out. Fazly was one of them. Again, put this on. This was for next week too. Actually, this was a next week trade. All these Fazlies were next week. Because the stimulus talks went through, I took them off, so I made another $100 there. Should have made more, terrible. Workhorse, I put this trade on when the stock was 27, and Workhorse just broke all the technicals and started tanking. I didn't like it anymore, and I had three contracts, and I was just like, and it's basically 3 weeks, so this was expiring on the 16th. So I wasn't feeling it, and I looked at it and I said $50. You know what? I'll take a $50 loss. Right now, I would have been down around $400 on this. As I said, I didn't like it anymore, and if I don't like something anymore, and the market is doing fine, and this stock is going down like this with no nothing, and I'm hitting kind of heavy, and it's a low price stock, it's a kind of a meme stock. I just said, you know what? Sometimes you just cut your losses, and um, sold these Boeing calls. I actually sold two when I thought I sold one, so I just pulled them back off. And right after I pull them off, Boeing start going up again because why not, right? DocuSign. So I put these on Thursday, and then the thing came out about the president. So I had this one on Thursday, right? And I took it off Thursday. I took this off Thursday during the day because I was like, I'm up 50%. I'm gonna take it off. And then right before the bell, I was like, why do you take it off? So I put it right back on, right? So I actually put it on only only missed gaining a dollar, right? Because you can see I took it off at 128 and put it back on, so the $1 is in fees. I put it back on, and then the next market, the whole market, the next day, the whole market slammed down because of the president thing, and everything was fine. But these two stocks was the two that I said I would not hold, because we talked about it already that there's certain trades that I won't hold if the market is going down, right? And Docky was one of them because it's such a high price stock. It's a 220. It was at like 220, right? So you can eat 50 points on this thing real easy. So I am quick to walk away from this with a scratch, right? Which losing $20 is a scratch because I just made 130 on it, right? So I'm just giving back some of my profits. So you know 10 on one, 15 on the other, right? It doesn't matter that much. Um, but maybe I should have held it, maybe should not, but I just did not like the way the market got down there, and I knew the market could go back up, but I felt like it could sell off at the end of the day, so I just didn't put it back on Friday. AMD, it just looked flat. The market is recovering on Friday, and this thing is just not doing anything, and it is one of the ones that so I just took the $50 loss. So for the month of September, 5,100. That is pretty good. Um, my gains for this week is 1,574. I didn't fill out the Boeing and shit because I'm lazy. Uh, this is our annualized gains, and we go here to place for next week, right? So for next week, as I said, I reassessed the pen and I went back in on the same 66, three contracts, $109 a piece. Um, I have that Boeing put that I had, the 150 expiring October 30. I'm still in that put. Boeing is just hanging around. Not win, Chewy. I went back in. I sold the 53s for $84. I could have took it off for 40% on Friday. Same with the pen, but that is my profits for next week, and I plan on holding them. Win, as I said, I went back into the win, right? So I sold three contracts at a dollar 12. And Friday, when the news came out, Win actually went up Friday, so that's why I was so mad over Win. TNA is there. Sold two contracts on that, a dollar a piece. Apple, I took my Apple off on Wednesday because Apple went up and I felt like Apple was going to come back down. So I took my Apple off on Wednesday, and I kid you not, on Thursday Apple rallied, made me look like a fool. But I just said, you know what, it's going to come down at some point because it just seems like because Apple is such low price now, the shorts just short this thing like crazy. They're happy that it's this low price now, so they can just short it. Everybody can short it. So it came back down, and I put it on Friday, like 10 minutes before the bell. I felt like we were gonna rally into the bell, so I put it on there. Nope, we tanked for the next 10 minutes. So what I was able to do because I put it on at a lower point that I took it off is my my strike is actually 119 instead of 120, and I gained 40 more bucks per contract because I did that, and obviously I had to pay $2 more because I took it off and put it back on. So that actually worked in my favor. I could have came forward a week and brought my strike down to 118 for no money, but I said, I'm just taking it one way at a time. So right now, we actually, when I put this on, we're at 113. Now we're at 112.50 when the market closed. Uh, Boeing had good news, and I had expectations on it, and Boeing just pump fake me. Act like it's gonna run up, then it just runs back down. I don't know, man. I can't find the beat on Boeing. So Friday, I just put on this one contract for $100 for next week. And let's say Boeing ever comes and takes my stock, I'm not gonna pull any contracts off Boeing if I'm down on them. If they take my stock, I'm just happy, man. It's literally like a handbag. So that's that. Monday, if Apple drops below 107, I might just buy 200 shares and write a covered call or sit on them for a week or so. What is the one additional thing I'm looking because you can see that I'm only using 50% of my buying power, and if I take Apple and basically what we at 212? Yeah, if I take up 200 shares of Apple here, 200 shares of Apple is only 5K margin on that. So that will put me at basically the maximum I want to be is 30K because I like to leave 15,000 open. So I might take those 200 shares because it's only going to be like 5K margin, and I won't even be paying interest um, on that margin. So I might end up taking those and see if I can write it back up and then write a cover call on it. That's what I'm looking at. Otherwise, than that, nothing else. Let me know what you guys trade and how was your week. As I said, my week was pretty good. It's just I rolled that one trade and I didn't have to roll it, and it's just something I have to learn, and I did. So that's what that is. And thanks for watching my video, and I appreciate you guys.